from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Monday, October 28th of 2024. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, Health Minister confirms January 1st, 2025 for the statutorization of the General Hospital. Government remains tight-lipped on reports that Grenada signed oil and gas agreement with the Nigerian oil and gas company. And political leader of the New National Party anticipates early general elections. And Springs resident Andal Charles identified as victim of early morning accident. In regional news, Commonwealth leaders reaffirm commitment to tackling challenges, while internationally, King Charles and UK PM avoid supporting potential Commonwealth slavery reparations. And coming up in sports, 4 teams have clinched early spots into the round of 16 of Waggy Super Knockout, while the Windwards to play Guyana in their opener of CG United Super 50 Cup 2024. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's news at 7. Government is moving ahead with plans to statutarize the General Hospital. But one former hospital director and advisor to a former health minister questions the practicality of statutorization by January 1st, 2025. Sherry Ann Blackman-Stephen has the story.
Health Minister Philip Telesford confirmed on Sunday that the General Hospital will be a statutory body come January 1st, 2025. The much talked about issue was addressed on Sunday.
This is about saving lives, and the time has come for us to statutarize the hospital. And our aim and intention is to get a competent board of directors by the 1st of January 2025. And to get a competent set of managers who will work alongside the board and with the existing CMO, Director of Hospital Services, and the other competent staff to transform healthcare in Grenada.
The idea of statutorization of hospitals in Grenada is not new. The 1998 Hospital Act was approved and went into effect to facilitate such an initiative, but failed. One of the people behind that initiative was Terran Gilchrist, who served as Director of Hospital Services and advisor to a former health minister in Grenada. He doubts that statutorization will materialize by the targeted January 1st, 2025. While supporting improvements in the management of the health sector, he says financing, human resources, and training must be key considerations.
Only after 1998, at the point where the government moved forward to implement appoint the board, an impasse developed between the government and the Public Workers Union over the transfer of workers to the authority. An impasse. In my research, apart from the impasse, there was a lot of issues centered around the constitutional requirement for transfer, whether workers are very fearful. There were a lot of uncertainty. In fact, my research found that there was not a work plan for the implementation of the policy.
Gilchrist suggested a number of measures government needs to implement to improve the management of hospitals.
So government need to engage the trade union. You may have a different view about it. Engage the nursing association. Engage, not in tokenism, inclusion, the medical association. Yeah, the private providers of healthcare in Grenada.
He said if the government fails to appreciate why the first attempt failed, it will repeat the same thing and people will lose confidence in it. Gilchrist said he is willing to lend his experience and expertise to government to make that transformation within the health sector. Grenada recently signed an agreement with New York-based Mount Sinai Health System to modernize and improve the delivery of health and medical services in Grenada. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Meanwhile, a former health minister, Dr. Clarice Modest Kerwin, calls for regional health bodies such as CARFSA to intervene amidst concerns relating to the General Hospital. She acknowledged that while under the stewardship of the new National Party government, there were issues affecting the health system. She says the issues that exist now are alarming.
In the magnitude, that problems of that magnitude, maternal mortality, mothers going to deliver and they die. Children and babies going in the hospital are being born there and they die. The numbers are alarming. It's not that children didn't die before. So I don't want nobody ask me question on Facebook. I'm not saying nobody died before. What I'm saying is we never had this alarming number in such a short period of time. And we need to call upon American Health Organization, World Health Organization, ask them to come and help us and put some more money there for the people of Grenada.
Grenada is set to transform its energy landscape with a groundbreaking deal alongside Nigerian and Russian oil giants, sparking a new era in Caribbean hydrocarbon development. More in this report from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
Over the weekend, international Nigerian news outlet Punch announced that Grenada struck a multi-million-dollar deal with Nigerian oil and gas company Ocean Gate Oil and Gas Engineering and the Russian company Global Petroleum Group to launch one of the Caribbean's largest oil and gas ventures. Ocean Gate Oil and Gas Engineering CEO Dr. Aisha Achimagu, in a statement on Saturday, explained that the partnership seeks to develop Grenada's hydrocarbon reserves, paving the way for the island to emerge as a major energy hub in the Caribbean. Another article released on the Nigerian website Billionaire African indicates that the project is valued at approximately $1.8 billion, with the potential to reach $8 billion. The 38-year production sharing agreement with Grenada's government covers over 7,500 square kilometers of offshore blocks. Achimagu's connection to Grenada runs deeper than business, as she also chose Grenada as the location for her luxurious 50th birthday party on Calivili Island and Silver Sands Resort in January. The NDC administration seems to be tight-lipped about the new revelation. The GBN News team made several attempts to confirm the announcement by the Nigerian news outlets, but these proved futile. At his last press briefing on October 16th, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell was questioned by the media on the oil and gas situation in Grenada's waters.
So the oil and gas technical working group that has been appointed has been feverishly at work. As you'd appreciate, one of the challenges we faced was ensuring that we were satisfied that we had all of the documentation pertaining to this issue. And their work, therefore, has been ongoing. They have retained a legal consultant. They've required some, they've also retained some technical consultants. And we have sought in recent times to engage with GPG. So there's been some exchanges of correspondence with them. We expect that in the coming months we will look to sit with them and get a clear understanding of their understanding of the current contractual obligations that they have to us and all contractual obligations that we have to them. I want to point to that GPG would have been awarded certain blocks, but there are other blocks within our territorial space that we need to also look at. But in order to do so, we need to make sure that we put the right legislative policy and financial regulations in place so that Grenadians can benefit. So it's a lot of rigorous, highly technical work, hence the reason for a technical working group, to be able to get us to the point where we can come back to the public to say this is what we found, this is what we understand the government's contractual obligations are, this is what we understand GPG's contractual obligations are, this is how we will expect to move forward. Or alternatively, if we can't move forward, then to be able to advise us that we can't move forward, and as a result, those are the steps we need to be able to take to address. So the work is ongoing. I would expect that we would probably have members of the technical working group come back to the media with a full briefing before the end of the year on the work it has done and the next steps in this process.
The roots of Grenada's oil exploration began in March 2008 when the then ruling New National Party administration signed an initial production sharing agreement with Global Petroleum Group for offshore petroleum exploration, development and production, granting GPG exploratory rights over 11 offshore blocks. Ahead of the March 13, 2013 general election, former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell announced that the Russian-based Global Petroleum Group found oil and gas in Grenada's waters after they conducted the necessary exploration activities. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
The New National Party is confident of a comeback victory at the polls, giving it the green light to manage the country's affairs again. Political leader of the New National Party, Dr. Keith Mitchell, at a town hall meeting in New York City on Sunday, said his party is ready to mount a rescue mission.
Very soon to the New National Party, because what is in government cannot last much longer. People are falling. I believe, sisters and brothers, we have been having a lot of zonal meetings, and I believe the one thing you must never do in life as a leader or party leading anything is to allow the people go ahead of you. And I'm afraid if we don't do something now, the people will move ahead of us. Sisters and brothers, the time will come, I believe, we must have a major march in Grenada, Carriacou, and P.T. Magnic, sisters and brothers, to let this government know that the rescue mission has to come now. The people cannot take it anymore.
Already planning his government's next move, if given the mandate to govern Grenada again, Dr. Mitchell announced plans to ensure that anyone found guilty of wrongdoing will be dealt with. This promise he made during a zonal meeting at Montgelou, RC, last week.
When NNP ever take reins, as we certainly will as a political organization, friends, you expect to see we'll have to clean up a lot of mess. But I think Gregory pointed out something, and I have to repeat it. Because it doesn't matter who leads NNP in government. But NNP would have to ensure that if people did wrongs and took the people's money wrongfully, they have to be accountable for that action, sisters and brothers. So those who believe they don't have to obey rules, they could break the laws of the country with impunity, we will have people to deal with that, sister. They're not going to be the politician, because the politicians don't get involved in charging people. But the law will have to take its course. So we're issuing a warning to those who believe that they can do as they want, because we know a lot of nonsense taking place.
This is News at 7. Coming up, Springs resident Andal Charles, identified as victim of early morning accident. Stay with us.
Ride in style with an easy ride loan from Ariza. Enjoy the comfort and convenience of your own vehicle for work or play. You've got places to go, and we're gonna help you get there easy. Enjoy competitive interest rates, specials on insurance, and offers from auto dealers. Ariza also has great offers on electric and fuel-efficient used and new vehicles. Apply for an easy ride loan from Ariza and drive away in style.
GRENLEC Community Partnership Initiative.
We are immensely pleased and honored for GRENLEC's generosity towards the school. This project is the refurbishment of the Home Economic Center. When GRENLEC decided to partner with us, we were truly appreciative. This center would afford us the opportunity for our students to be engaged in practical life skills.
GRENLEC, energizing our community.
Paying is faster and easier with Glow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
I am your responsibility. Love me. Take care of me.
I have a voice. Please listen to me.
Daddy, can you hear me? Make me a priority. Mommy and Daddy, respect goes a long way. Remember, I am your child, so please go the extra mile.
A message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Isn't there something you've always wanted but just can't afford? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Jackpot is $140,000. Play today for chances at fulfilling that dream. Lotto, play and win a lot of money.
Win a living room makeover with Quartz Ready Cash. One lucky winner will get a chance to win a living room makeover with any cash loan. No security required. And affordable monthly payments. It's quick, easy, and hassle-free. Visit one of our locations for more information about getting your Ready Cash loan today. This month is all about you with Quartz Ready Cash. Ready when you are. Terms and conditions apply.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicle insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Coop Bank, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. The markings along the road in the Lansipine tell a harrowing story about the way one young man lost his life Monday morning. In the wee hours of the morning, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's news desk received reports of a fatal accident in the south of the island. Video footage which accompanied the report showed an overturned and mangled silver car with parts strewn all about the road. The aftermath of the accident showed police markings on the road as well as on a number of rocks on an embankment along where the car appears to have collided before coming to a stop on the road. The deceased has been identified as Andal Charles, a 30-year-old bartender of Springs, St. George. According to police, preliminary investigations indicate that Mr. Charles was driving a vehicle from Lansipine, St. George, towards Grand Anse when the vehicle apparently ran off the road, collided with two boulders and a tree before landing on its roof. Mr. Charles, who was trapped inside the vehicle, was eventually extricated and transported to the General Hospital for medical attention. He was examined by a medical doctor and pronounced dead. Efforts were made to obtain a reminder from the Royal Grenada Police Force on the importance of driving with due care and attention and details of safety. However, clearance was not given for the traffic department to conduct the interview as the ASP in charge of the traffic department was unreachable whilst attending a meeting. GBN takes the opportunity to once again remind the motoring public to adhere to the rules and regulations of the road and to drive within designated speed limits. Grenada Bar Association's annual Law Week commenced on Sunday and will end on November 2nd under the theme Advancing the Rule of Law Through Service and Legal Education. More in this report.
Law Week 2024 kicked off on Sunday with a church service at the Blessed Sacrament Church in Grand Anse, St. George, followed by a luncheon at the Koyaba Beach Resort. Under the theme Advancing the Rule of Law Through Service and Legal Education, the Bar Association will collaborate with various partners on a vigorous campaign to educate the public on their rights and the laws of Grenada. President of the Grenada Bar Association, Francis Paul, explains.
And as attorneys, every day we advance the rule of law by advocating on behalf of clients and even against the state at time, whether through judicial review or by filing constitutional motion. And through legal education is by the ongoing legal education that the bar focuses on. They say ignorance of the law is no excuse. So at least you must know your basic legal rights. So that's what we advocate. Service and legal education, and in that we advance the rule of law.
While outlining the many activities planned for the week, the president said the association will make its annual visit to His Majesty's prison.
As part of the annual calendar, we always visit the prisons, make suggestions or recommendations to improve the living conditions. We also intend to make a contribution to the inmates there, and that would take the form of clothing and toiletries. Wednesday, we have school visits, and again, part of the legal education to sensitize the students about rights, about the impact that crime and violence can have On the future, we scheduled the moot hearing for the Friday. So that would be participants, students from the T. Marichaud Community College. This is another staple again on the calendar, and it's always well received. The students are always excited about it. At the end, we have a prize-giving ceremony.
The lawyer said that the activities will culminate with free legal consultation on Saturday, November 2nd, and encourages the general public to take advantage of the service.
And on Saturday, we have the Pro Bono Day at the GBSS Auditorium from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that is where we give back to the public in terms of free legal advice. So I encourage members of the public, if you have any legal issue whatsoever, feel free to take advantage of the Pro Bono Day at the GBSS Auditorium from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And there will be attorneys from junior to the most senior attorneys who will cover a wide range of issues. So whether your issue is civil, criminal, matrimonial, landlord and tenant, any land disputes, feel free to take advantage and come to see us at the GBSS Auditorium on Saturday.
Rena Thomas, GBN News.
Grenada just developed closer connections with its Caribbean neighbors thanks to Sunrise Airways' new direct flights, bridging islands for faster and seamless travel. More from Rena Thomas.
The Grenada Tourism Authority has announced a new partnership with Sunrise Airways, introducing direct intra-Caribbean flights to improve north-to-south connectivity across the region. This new route will link Antigua, St. Lucia, Dominica, and Grenada, enabling travelers to reach Grenada from Antigua in under 3 hours and from St. Lucia in just 45 minutes. The flights are scheduled to operate 3 times weekly on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, offering a convenient non-stop option from Carteret Airport in St. Lucia to Grenada. This service reduces transfer times to the capital and main resort areas, enhancing travel ease for visitors, business professionals, and regional tourists. Petra Roach, CEO of GTA, emphasized the importance of the new service, calling it a major milestone in our efforts to strengthen regional tourism.
This new route with Sunrise Airways offers us the ability to really push and bolster travel within the region. Ultimately, if we look at visitation into Grenada, the Caribbean represents our 3rd largest market. And now with this ease of connectivity between the Northern Caribbean and us, it really is an opportunity. You know, you can leave Antigua and get to Grenada in under 3 hours. So ultimately, strengthened economic and tourism linkages amongst all the Caribbean islands. And we're quite excited to be a part of this new development.
The new connectivity aligns with the Grenada Tourism Authority strategy to bolster regional tourism, enhancing visitors' flow from neighboring Caribbean islands. Special introductory rates are also providing and added incentives to experience this new option for regional travel. Rena Thomas, GBN News.
In an update to the Empty Grave of Comrade Bishop podcast, which vividly describes the events surrounding October 19th, 1983, host Martine Powers said the United States Army conducted an internal review of the records related to the recovery of remains in Grenada of Maurice Bishop and the others who were assassinated alongside him. In the latest episode released on October 18th, 2024, Powers says she was in contact with a senior official who relayed that the findings of the review were shared with Grenada.
What now? What else are they going to be doing to find answers on the mystery of Maurice Bishop's missing remains and to push this investigation forward? But according to that official I spoke with, this is it. They've done their review of records, and they shared it with the Grenadian government. He said they had an hour-long virtual meeting with members of Grenada's cabinet last week to go over all the findings. The Army official did say he thought the briefing seemed well received. So, in his words, their job here is basically done.
Today, the remains of Bishop and other members of his cabinet remain unaccounted for. GBN reached out to Press Secretary Neela Etienne for confirmation of this meeting and for insight on the findings. We'll continue to follow this developing story and bring you more details in a later newscast.
What now? What else are they going to be doing to find answers on the mystery of Maurice Bishop's missing remains and to push this investigation forward? But according to that official I spoke with, this is it. They've done their review of records, and they shared it with the Grenadian government. He said they had an hour-long virtual meeting with members of Grenada's cabinet last week to go over all the findings. The Army official did say he thought the briefing seemed well received. So, in his words, their job here is basically done.
And still to come, Grenada among Caribbean countries benefiting from the Eastern Caribbean group of companies' price reduction for flour. That story when we return.
Sunday, November 3rd from 5 p.m. at Monrouge Plainfield. You can win over $100,000 in cash and prizes as Mega Force Promotions presents Christmas in November Mega Bingo. We're talking a brand new living room set, fridge, gas cooker, dining room set, washing machine, bedroom set, TVs, and lots more household items. But wait, that's not all. You can also win $50,000 in cash.
That's enough to buy all my Christmas gifts and pay off my credit card debt.
And the best part is, tickets are only $60 for one or $100 for two. Don't forget there'll be free buses island-wide. Sunday, November 3rd, Christmas is coming early as Mega Force Promotions presents Christmas in November Mega Bingo.
If you don't add multi-X to your Playway bets, then you're definitely missing out on bigger winnings. The NLA has added 7X to the multi-X draws. Imagine playing your favorite Playway number or symbol for $10 with multi-X added. Then, wow, 7X is drawn. You win bigger. Not just $240, but $240 multiplied by 7. Whoa, that's $1,680. 7X added for a limited time only. Add multi-X to your Playway bets every day, 3 times per day, Monday to Saturday, for chances to win bigger. Not only free plays or winnings multiplied by 3 or 5, but winnings multiplied by 7 too. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, fully 1 week. Nah, telling you. You them massive dragon. You see that? About them, let them make a hard on them. Me a 38, man. But you are 92. Yeah. You need the number 1 run, man. That easy. No, what? Nice. Yeah. Number 1. Yeah, me too, man.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Class Good, the number 1 rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
It's almost that magical time of year, and everyone's pitching in to make it unforgettable. This holiday season, even the little ones are rolling up their sleeves. With every brushstroke, every splash of color, we're crafting memories that will shine for a lifetime. Make this Christmas even more festive with Berger. Enjoy up to 40% off selected items and enter for a chance to win big, up to $1,000. To enter, purchase any Berger product nationwide. Terms and conditions apply. Christmas just looks better with Berger.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy?
look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
The general public is being advised about a new wave of sophisticated scams targeting WhatsApp users. Inspector Francisca Noel of the Digital Forensic Unit of the Criminal Investigation Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force detailed the new cyber threat, which has already claimed victims in St. Vincent and Nevis and Barbados. The scam begins with scammers calling potential victims to confirm that their phone number is active. Once a victim answers the call, their number is verified on the service provider's network, making it accessible for exploitation on WhatsApp. Scammers then attempt to hijack accounts by leveraging this access.
That scam involves the scammers calling the phone number of the potential victim to verify that that number is actually working. Once the call is answered, it means that that number is on the service provider's network and can be accessed by WhatsApp. Added to that, the scammer will send the code or the verification code embedded in a link. Once you tap on the link, the authentication happens and the account can be taken over.
So how do you safeguard yourself from becoming a victim of this new scam? Inspector Noel emphasized the importance of enabling two-factor or multi-factor authentication within the WhatsApp app, noting that research has shown that enabling two-factor authentication can stop unauthorized access, even if a scammer attempts to authenticate the account with a code. Further advising the public on how to protect their WhatsApp accounts, Jervis Dabrio from the Cybersecurity Incident Response Team, or CSIRT, underscored the importance of both enabling two-factor authentication and disabling the link preview option within the app. Dabrio detailed the steps users can take for an added layer of security to prevent attackers from easily accessing sensitive information linked to their account.
Now, for the two-factor authentication, you open WhatsApp, you go to the top right-hand corner, you click on the three dots, and you select Settings. From Settings, you'd go to Account. From Account, you will look for two-step verification and ensure that it is enabled, that it is turned on. Now, the second thing that you need to do is to ensure that the link preview option is disabled. For that, again, you open your WhatsApp account, you go to the top right-hand corner, select the three dots, go to Settings, and from there you tap on Privacy. You scroll all the way to the bottom to the Advanced section, Advanced, tap on that, and you will see Disable Link Previews. Now, by default, that is turned on, meaning you are able to see the link previews. So in order for you to protect yourself, you need to disable link previews. You tap on the Disable Link Preview option, and that's it. You have protected yourself against the latest attack against WhatsApp users. Now,
as this new scam wave grows in sophistication, Grenada's CSIRT urges WhatsApp users to stay vigilant, enable security settings, and take proactive measures to secure their accounts against potential takeovers. OECS countries, including Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as Barbados, are all set to benefit from a drop in the price of regionally produced flour. The consumers of flour produced by the Eastern Caribbean group of companies will be enjoying a 5 to 10% price reduction, benefiting families and businesses across the Caribbean region. The company, based in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, was founded in 1977. The reduction is an independence gift to countries including Antigua and Barbados, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, BVI, Montserrat, and Anguilla. The CEO of ECGC, J. Robert Cato, announced the development, saying the reduction speaks to their commitment to communities across the OECS islands. He added that lower flour prices will enhance affordability for families and promote local businesses. The price drop started this week in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and will roll out on November 1st in other OECS nations and Barbados. Providing further details about the price drop, the company said consumers will now see retail prices drop by an average of 10 cents per pound. They noted that prices across the OECS will be lowered on both bulk flour and the retail packaged flour sold in supermarkets. Notably, the price of a 100-pound sack of flour will fall by between EC $6 and EC $10 across ECGC markets. Cato emphasized that ECGC remains committed to supporting the Caribbean even as they face inflationary pressures. He said now is a great time for businesses to give back to the community. Stay with us. We'll have your regional and international news right after the break.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Over the years and presently, customers have been winning exciting prizes while ensuring that benefits are realized for all Grenadians by supporting the games of the National Lotteries Authority.
I am Patrick Simmons, former Minister for Sports and National Athlete. The NLA has made significant investment in nation-building activities. Among them are the construction of health, sporting, cultural, educational, and community facilities. Additionally, they continue to provide funding to non-governmental organizations and individuals throughout the Tri-Island state. I support the NLA's mandate because I can see where the money goes.
Playing the games of the NLA guarantees support for sports, culture, and nation building throughout the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
And good evening, sports fans. Teams have booked their spots in the next round 4 of matches in the Waggy T Super Knockout. The tournament kicked off over the weekend inside Victoria Park as the FL was the first to secure their spot after outclassing Sun Jets 5-1 in Game 1 on Saturday. Game 2 was another one-sided affair as Hard Rock Ballers completed a 6-0 demolition of Carib Jet Herb's Roots to wrap up Game Day 1. Match Day 2 saw debutant Hillsborough Town FC getting the better of Springs FC 4-2 on penalty kicks. Both teams were deadlocked on 2 goals apiece at the end of full time. Also advancing from the weekend was Crowlow FC after edging out Willis Youth FC 2-1. And looking to this Friday, we'll see Court Ready Cash QPR playing 10XO Legends, while Saab Spartans will lock horns with Trench Town. And then on Saturday, Wickham Construction North Stars will play St. John's Sport with FC Cameroon locking horns with Chantemel FC. Windward Islands Volcanoes will play Guyana Happy Eagles to bowl off the highly anticipated CG United Super 50 Cup 2024. The action bowls off tomorrow at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. This premier list of regional tournament is an essential platform for showcasing the region's best cricket talent and a vital part of our preparation for future international competitions, including the upcoming ICC Men's Cricket World Cup in 2027. The CG United Super 50 Cup continues to be a cornerstone in the development of West Indies cricket, providing our players with the opportunity to demonstrate their skills on a competitive stage. For the second consecutive year, the teams will also be competing for increased prize money, with the winners set to receive $100,000 US. The runners-up will take home $50,000 US. Both semi-finalists will be rewarded US $25,000 each. West Indies will go into Thursday's ODI series against England with a morale boost after ending their tour of Sri Lanka with a win following an unbeaten century from Evan Lewis helped them defeat the hosts by 8 wickets via DSL method in the third and final ODI. West Indies had sent Sri Lanka to bat, but their innings was disturbed by rain in the 18th over. Upon returning to the crease after a 5-hour delay, they were only given 5.4 overs to set a competitive total. The hosts managed 75 runs after the restart, with Kusal Mendes headlining their innings with an unbeaten 56 off 22 balls, as Sri Lanka finished with 156 for 3. Chasing a DSL-adjusted target of 195 in 23 overs, Lewis hit a swashbuckling 100 in his first ODI since 2021, with support coming from Sherfane Rutherford, who smashed an unbeaten 50 off 26 deliveries. The first ODI takes place in St. Antigua, with the tour running until the 5th T20 International in St. Lucia on December 17th. The Global Super League, or GSL, coming to Guyana from the 26th of November to the 7th of December, today announced that ExxonMobil Guyana will serve as the cricket tournament's title sponsor this year. The Global Super League will feature the Guyana Amazon Warriors and 4 other established T20 cricket teams from around the world vying for US $1 million in prize money. Each team will play 4 matches, with the top 2 teams progressing to the final. All 2024 Global Super League matches will take place at the Guyana National Stadium in Providence. The Global Super League is set to take place annually in Guyana, with different teams from around the world being invited to take part each season. It is South America's first standalone cricket event, sanctioned by Cricket West Indies and fully supported by the government of Guyana. And that's what's been happening in the world of sports. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. The Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting concluded in Samoa, with leaders reaffirming their commitment to tackling global economic, environmental, and security challenges. Countries have also adopted the APIA Commonwealth Ocean Declaration for One Resilient Common Future, which calls on all Commonwealth nations to protect and restore the ocean in the face of severe climate change, pollution, and impacts related to overexploitation. Key aspects of the declaration include recognition of national maritime boundaries in the face of sea level rise and the urgent finalization of the Global Plastics Treaty. Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland says the progress made with the Blue Charter that underpins the declaration helps member states rise to today's climate challenges and seize tomorrow's opportunities. Ms. Scotland says Commonwealth leaders tackled a range of topics, and this is seen in the communique. She says action was taken on several matters. Antigua and Barbuda, meanwhile, was announced as the incoming chair in office and host country for the next Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting.
So what this declaration does is to say that even if the sea rises and subsumes the land, if marine boundaries have been fixed, they will remain. And therefore the peoples of these islands will be secure that their knowledge that this ocean, which has been theirs for millennia, will continue in the future. But the fight is really here. So for me, that was the most important step forward. We've been talking about how do we get the money we need in order to adapt and to mitigate. And we've spoken about the reform of the international financial institutions, about the importance of our Universal Vulnerability Index, which led the way to the UN's multi-dimensional vulnerability index. We talked about debt. The Commonwealth now has $4.5 trillion managed by our Meridian system. But the second reality is if our nations aren't drowning as a result of sea level rise, they're drowning in debt.
Prime Minister Mia Moore-Motley is touting the benefits of a regional debt for climate swap. Barbados signed such an agreement in September 2022, allowing the country to divert existing debt service to address challenges created by the climate crisis. Over the next 15 years, the island is expected to save $50 million. Speaking during an interview with the IMF, Ms. Motley suggested the model could be expanded to CARICOM.
instead of limiting it to a debt for climate swap at the national level, because we have, like the European Union, a community of economic interests with CARICOM, Caribbean Community, otherwise known as CARICOM, we can work with each other to further diversify risk, and by coming together for a regional debt for climate swap, which helps all of us because we all have the same date with destiny as small island states, quite frankly. Although there are 3 member states in CARICOM that are continental, Guyana, Suriname, and Belize, but they're still Caribbean countries, and they equally have issues as well that are of concern that they're affected by the climate crisis. So I do think that there's a wonderful opportunity for us to scale up.
King Charles has told Commonwealth leaders, quote, "None of us can change the past." This he said at a summit in Samoa, indirectly addressing the country's history of slave trade and the discussion around potential reparations. But leaders could commit to learning from history and, quote, "finding creative ways to right inequalities that endure."
Leadership involves many things: decision-making, accountability, and ceremony. This the Samoan welcome for Prime Ministers and Presidents. Some Commonwealth members want the UK and others to compensate them for the impact of slavery. There is a debate the King referred to here in the broadest terms.
None of us can change the past, but we can commit with all our hearts to learning its lessons and to finding creative ways to right inequalities that endure.
It wasn't an endorsement of so-called reparations, compensation, but a nod to the anger the issue provokes for some.
Very good.
The Prime Minister has ruled out reparations.
Yes, but like everybody else. I think we should be clear from the outset that the slave trade, slave practice was abhorrent. And it's very important that we start from that place. And of course, that matters hugely to many of the countries that are represented here. My posture, if you like, my focus is on the forward look, not the sort of backward look.
I want to understand the nature of your objection. Is it a financial one, or is it a moral, philosophical one? Can our generation be held responsible for the actions of our forebears?
Well, I think our generation can say the slave trade and practice was abhorrent, and we should. You know, we talk about our history. We can't change our history, but we should certainly talk about our history and be
say
clear
that, but
about
not apologise, not pay any money.
Well, look, you know, I think that we recognise that, and of course, apologies have already been made in relation to the slave trade, and that's not surprising. It's what you would expect.
And that's what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Health Minister confirms January 1st, 2025 for the statutorization of the General Hospital. Government remains tight-lipped on reports that Grenada signed oil and gas agreement with a Nigerian oil and gas company. And political leader of the New National Party anticipates early general elections. And Springs resident Andal Charles identified as victim of early morning accident. In the region, Commonwealth leaders reaffirm commitment to tackling challenges, while internationally, King Charles and UK PM avoid supporting potential Commonwealth slavery reparations. And in sports, 4 teams have clinched early spots into the round of 16 of Waggy T Super Knockout, while the Windwards to play Guyana in their opener of CG United Super 50 Cup 2024. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast tonight at 10 o'clock p.m. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a pleasant evening.